You want to know what guys really think and talk about behind closed doors? Look no further. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcasts. You'll most likely be offended, but you'll probably laugh too. So, enjoy. Welcome to the Other Guys Podcast. This is the Helpline. You got a problem. We're going to solve it. Your problems are a disease. We are the cure.
Yeah.
And tonight I'm with Kirk, right?
We're the antibiotics, like we're going to get in there and solve some shit.
Yeah.
And we've got a great track record so far.
Yep.
We've had multiple problems, and also I think they've all been resolved as far as I know.
As far as I'm concerned.
We haven't heard anything telling us otherwise.
Yes. So on that account alone, no news is good news, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, I mean, if we haven't read about these people like dying or whatever, or having further problems, then we gotta assume they've heard the good news. They've heard our gospel.
Right. So I'm gonna get into the problems right now, and I went to a forum called peoplesproblems.org. So people got problems when that's the name of the site. This first problem is from a 21-year-old. He needs advice for his family and parents issue. Kirk, you have family? Do you have parents?
I think I can relate to that.
So yeah, that's pretty relatable, right? Okay, so I'm gonna dig into it. So basically saying, hey, I'm 21 years old and I just want to vent if anyone cares to listen. Yeah, we do. I'm the second oldest of 6 kids. My parents have newborn twins. Crazy, right? Anyway, something came up that set my mom off and got her upset this past weekend, and it had to do with something a long time ago. Apparently, it sounded like my dad may have cheated on my mom. I wanted to confront the situation, but I don't know how. It's been bothering me ever since, and I've been talking to my friends or anyone who cares about it. Anyone have any idea how to approach getting an answer? I don't know. Kirk, when it comes to fidelity and then stuff like this, do you ever question your parents on those things?
Well, my parents divorced when I was like 5.
Right.
So then my mom was always a single woman.
Right.
She never remarried. She just like focused on her career basically and raising us as kids. My dad remarried like later on, but we weren't really around. So right. I don't know. They didn't get divorced because of infidelity or anything like that. So it was all like, yeah, like I'm walking out on you kind of shit.
No, I get that. But did you ever, like, say for your mom, since she was around, did you ever like question her, like, hey mom, who are you dating? What are you up to? Like, did you ever get into her business? Did you even care
about what though exactly?
Her business, like
who she's seeing and stuff.
Yeah, like
I guess like I can reiterate is that my mom didn't really remarry or date. Really, she kind of just like.
How do you know though?
Well, maybe a little bit.
How do you like you said she
for the most part she hasn't been in a relationship in the last like 15
How
years.
do you know though?
Pretty positive.
How do you
like she's so very like lonely and all she does is work.
Yeah, but dude, how do you know? Like
she works like 80 to 100 hours a week, so she doesn't really. Well, then if I don't know, how am I going to approach her about it? That's all I'm saying. You're asking I have to know to say something. I can't just go
so you're
like
just assuming. Though.
I can't just. Well, you're also like your question is like I'd have to have an idea of what's going on to ask her about something. But as far as I know, there's nothing happening.
Right.
So then how can I like come to that conclusion?
Right.
So I'd have to fabricate some evidence. Possibly.
Okay. So you're erring on the side of optimism that your mom has never dated or been with anybody since then.
No, I think she was earlier when we were like maybe a bit younger. Yeah. She dated. There was 2 different guys, but it was and that wasn't very long. He ended up moving to London.
Yeah,
and then he wrote a book about how he's now an atheist. Like pretty good, and that was good. And then she dated a pathologist who was like a doctor.
Okay.
So. And I think they were almost to the point where they might have married, or he was been through a divorce or something. So, and he was a bit older, so he was like in his 50s, and she was still like maybe 10 or so years younger. I don't know. Okay. I'm not sure if that made a difference or not, but like also like
Okay, so when it comes to this kid, though, he's 21. He has a couple of other siblings. He can't prove for a fact, but he thinks that his dad may have cheated on his mom. But again, he has no proof. The question is, how does he go about getting this proof or solving the mystery of what's up with his parents?
Do you know he could probably contact me? Like, I did really well on my security private investigator's license test.
Oh, yeah?
I got an 85 percentile on the test. So I'm just saying, like, I know a lot about, like, covert sneaking around, investigating crime scenes. You can pay me my expenses and my daily fees. And if there's something happening between your mom and some other dude, then, like, I'll find out. But, like, don't jump to conclusions about it, man. Hire a professional like me or even Kevin. Kevin's my assistant, but we'll go around taking photos of your mom fucking people. If she is fucking people, then we'll do that.
Actually, it was the dad. So the dad may have cheated.
Oh, it was the dad. I missed that the whole time. I was reading something else when you said that one part.
Yeah, I figured. Okay,
so then we'll take pictures of your dad whipping it out, giving it to some other lady. Whatever the circumstances, hire us. We're very good at what we do. And we can give you like all kinds of Polaroids or 8x12s, however you'd like your photos. We can, we can do it.
Okay, you could do that, but I mean, you're a 21-year-old kid. I don't know how much money you got, and we charge pretty high. My advice is pick one of your parents that you're closer to, and every kid has a favorite, just like every parent has a favorite kid. You find the closest one that you think. See if you can set up a one-on-one day where you guys go out, chill, hang out, do whatever. And then pop a question. Be like, "Hey, what's up with mom?" Or, "Yo, dad, you ever do the dirty on mom or whatever?" Like again, you got to ask. And then here's the thing. At the end,
that's like the most casual. Like, hey, you ever do the dirty? Yeah.
Listen. You ask. Or another thing, like you got to do the digging yourself. Here's the thing. Or maybe you ask like an aunt or an uncle. Maybe they're a little bit close to you. But here's the thing: if you get shot down, though, don't push. Because if you start pushing, you're not going to be their favorite kid anymore. So don't be that nosy.
And they'll be like, this guy's fucking weird.
Yeah, don't be that
He's
nosy.
asking, why is he asking about like what we're doing with our dicks and stuff? Like, come on, guy.
Yeah.
Like he's 21, right?
Yeah.
Get out of the fucking house. Go find something else to do.
Listen, he's 6 kids, man. Maybe he lives in a mansion. Who knows?
Who lives in a mansion? I'm just saying, get out of the house. Fucking think about other people having sex other than your parents. Think about yourself getting laid. Maybe then at that point you won't be thinking about what your dad and your mom are get up to behind closed doors or with other people. What if they like to swing? Do you want to learn that? Like, what if like they're in a polyamorous couple and they just like to get down however they like to get down to keep the spice in their marriage, and you got like you got a son of that, but like technically at this point it's none of your fucking business, right? You're an adult,
but he's a kid. He's a 21-year-old kid. He's curious.
Not a kid.
21's still a kid.
No, he's not.
That's a kid, bro.
He's an adult. He's a drinking age in the States.
Just turned 21.
Yeah.
Still a kid.
I graduated college when I was 21.
Lottie fucking because that's okay. Look, anyways, the kid. It's your choice. You either go down the path of seeing where the rabbit hole goes and pop that thing with your parents, but you gotta ask them, or you fucking just who gives a fuck? It's not your actual relationship. So, anyways, that's my advice to that one. I don't know, Kirk. You next up problem. Who are we dealing with? What's the issue?
This was what I was reading when you were talking about the other thing, because it kind of threw me off of how weird it was.
Of course.
Me is saying this is 20-year-old guy, and my mother, she's 55, he said roughly, and brother, he's about 29, older brother, are in an argument because they didn't tell me my sister died.
Right.
So I'm going to read further. That's the headline I read, and I'm like, wow. Yeah. That's like a weird circumstance.
Well, maybe okay. Well,
like I want to know like how long she was dead before he was like, we're like, where? They're like, where's she been? Like, oh, just at school or something.
Well, that's a question. I do. Maybe.
So, hi all. So my family are strange. Mm-hmm. Little history. Mother and father divorced. I'm the only one that talks to both sides. My sister is from dad's previous marriage, so my mom doesn't care about her. So my sister died 4 days ago, and the only other person to contact me was my dad. My brother was with me, sister at the time of her death, so I know that my mom and him would know about it, but they had no idea that I knew. Skip to today where I would have been in a shouting match with both of them because I felt hurt that they didn't bother to tell me. The reason is that they did not know I talked to her, so they felt like they didn't care. There was no point in telling me. A quote from my brother talking about our mom: "It's not her fault that no one told you." To me, this feels very stupid as a statement, as if it had been very easy for either of them to tell me. In any case, they have not said sorry, and they've been blaming me. Should I cut contact with them, say sorry? And then they link to some sort of stuff in their conversations. So my mom and brother seem to be so strong, aiming me to say I'm sorry for feeling hurt that they didn't tell me about my sister's death. It's like,
look, at the end of the day, your mom and your brother didn't really give a fuck about your dead sister. That's a fact, because if they did...
Because it's like separate family, technically. Like it's from a previous... This is half-sister.
I get it. There's a lot of mixed families. You don't care about that kid, whatever, It's not a part of it. But at the end of the day, they obviously didn't give... they didn't care enough about that person that they made the connection that, maybe you cared about that person. You probably most likely had a closer relationship than that person.
They should still kind of try to pretend to care, No.
They're just general. They just don't give a fuck.
No, you should, like, if it's like, okay, it's your stepson and it's his half sister or whatever, right? So, like, maybe like put like some effort in to be like, it'd be like, sorry for that, sorry for your loss, sorry that sorry we didn't tell you, or make things think that would be important. It's kind of shitty. These are shitty people, it sounds like.
Yeah, 100%.
But, like, I don't know, like, why don't people, like, just feel the need to be, like, more, like, fucking admirable,
Most people aren't. They only give a shit about themselves.
They only care about sweet, sweet grapes.
Yeah, okay.
That's better. We're eating grapes as well, as people know.
Yeah.
So this episode has been sponsored by PC
just
sweet seedless grapes.
Just say fucking grapes. Anyways.
Grapes.
So, to break it down, his mother and older brother fucked up and dropped the ball and didn't tell the brother. Now, what do you think the son should do? The younger kid that was close to the dead sister. Should he cut him off or hold a gripe? What's his move?
Well, I guess it kind of like it makes him know where he stands with that family. Because like a bit of like like I don't know. I guess like you find out that some of that side of your family there is shitty. So like your step side at least. So like I mean it's up to you if you want to cut off with them. I don't know. He was saying he's old enough. He's like in his 20s. So I mean like it's up to you. It's your decision. You shouldn't be like living with them or with them at that point. I would assume. So
yeah, but it depends if he cares about them too. Like he might care about his mom.
Well,
care about his older brother.
Yeah, well, it's his stepmom, isn't it? Anyway. So I don't know. I just think
here's the thing: if
he's like mad enough, and he wants to cut them off. Then like, yeah, you're an adult. Do it. You do whatever you feel comfortable. Because like, if guaranteed, if these people respond to like her dying, then like he probably questions if they even give a shit about him. That's all I think he's trying to get at. It's like it's like very hurtful because it's like their response to him is like hurtful. So in a sense, like he probably was like, well, they're probably other shitty in other ways too. So like, I don't even want to stick around to figure that out. I'd rather just, cut them off.
I just, yeah, you can cut them off, but my thing is more of a line of, I don't know, if these people mean something to you, then keep them around in your life, but don't make it, never go more than what don't put too much effort into something that's not coming back at you. Right, so like if they
don't put too much effort,
oh God,
something ain't coming back.
I need fucking help. I gotta deal with this.
Yeah, I know we're troubled. Me and Kevin lately.
Yeah,
we've got problems.
Basically, yeah. So with this kid or with this gentleman, they did a shitty thing, and it's your choice whether to forgive them or not. At the end of the day, that's just who they are. You either accept it or you don't, and you move on. And listen, you make the call. You make the call. You whether cut him out.
Me personally, I would cut him off.
Yeah,
like,
but
fuck you.
No. I don't personally take the energy and the effort to, like, physically. I'm cutting you off. I'm not talking to you. I just wouldn't put the effort into things. Like, if they say,
You
"Oh, hey,
just
come
slowly
over,"
back away. You ghost them a bit.
yeah,
ghost
but
your
like,
family.
well, if they're
Well, I
like,
mean, like,
come here and do this for me, or what? I'd be like, no, why?
for me, I can understand because I have problems like that going in my family. But I realize, like, other than my mom, I don't talk to like pretty much any of my family.
Maybe you're the asshole.
Possibly, but like I know, like I have like aunts and uncles who all live in Toronto, and I've got like grandparents who are on like my who like, and like you're kind of like relatively they know what you're up to and stuff, but like it's like I rarely ever talk to them in person.
Right.
It's just like holidays and like or whenever, and then not all of them ever come to do anything in particular at one time anyway. So, I mean, I might see most of my family once or twice a year, other than my mom because she comes to Toronto. But even my relatives who live here, like, I don't give a fuck about me. So it's like, I totally understand that. It's like, I feel the same way. Like, at this point, I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, they're just people.
Okay, yeah. So
They're people you have to eventually be in the same room with, and it's awkward a couple of times a year.
yeah, I don't have none of that shit. My thing is like, listen, you put an effort in me, I'll put effort into you. But if you don't put effort to me, I don't put effort to you. It's fucking zen, man. It's fucking. You find that middle balance, I don't deal with drama. That's family or relationship wise. So work on that shit, Anyways, next problem. Kirk, you ever heard of Rakhi? Rakhi?
What?
Yeah, you obviously heard.
Like
of it.
Reiki?
Rakhi?
Reiki?
Sure. What do you think?
Is it like the spiritual practice, like energy? That thing?
No, maybe no. It's basically a bracelet that Indian people give each other to signify friendship and like you're my brother.
Oh no, I'm
sister.
thinking of like that, like it's like Reiki. It's like that practice of like energy in your body. Oh. It's like you have like someone who like guides,
Yeah.
You know Kathleen? She does that like kooky stuff. She's like a Reiki healer.
Okay, fair enough. It's not that. It's a bracelet that is given to either a brother or sibling to exemplify that you're close to each other. Anyways, so this guy's problem.
Yeah.
His name is Gurav.
Gurav, yeah.
And he says, "Should I express my love to the girl who tied the rakhi on my wrist? I feel guilty for doing so as she considers me a brother. What should I do?" He's basically...
But, like, does she consider him a brother, or is she his brother?
No. They're not blood. They're not blood. But
like, he's like a friendship bracelet.
He is deep tied into the friend zone. So the question is...
So he's literally in the friend zone.
He literally has the spiritual...
The band of
friendship. Have you ever been that deep in the friend zone, Kirk?
Oh, you kidding me? Yeah, I've been there.
For a second, it was like no, and then
I've been in the danger zone.
You've been deep in.
I've been in the deep end of the deep end of.
Okay, so then.
So I'm saying this guy, he's got to take out that dick, and just see what happens. I mean,
is that what you would do?
I bet this guy Jurgif, right? Jurgif
Gurav.
I bet he's got a thick dick.
Right.
Probably thicker than her wrist. Probably thicker than the wristband.
Okay.
She's like, you can either wear this or you can have this thick dick,
Yeah.
And I think that's all he has to do. He's just got to give an example of what he can do for her.
Yeah.
And he pulls this, as long as he has it, I mean, otherwise I'm not too sure how to.
What if he has a micro penis?
He's got a micro penis, then I think even better, because then she's like, oh my God, that's the smallest dick I've ever seen. And then maybe she feels kind of like sorry for him, but also she's like, oh, wow. Like, well, how often am I going to get to like, get down with a micro penis, Yeah,
because I'm sure a lot of people are gagging for a micro.
Yeah. Like if she's a girl who's like, oh, like I want to, like, what if she wants to like save, like maybe it's like, she's a, keep tight down there and doesn't want to gag too much on the dick, and she's got to like,
right.
that sort of thing. Like she's considerate about taking too much input from the,
Right.
Either way. So, I mean, like the worst thing for this guy would be to have an average sized dick.
Okay. Kirk, have you ever actually escaped the friend zone?
Kind of. But then I was like, it snapped back. It was like one.
Okay, but you've at least.
Well, it was kind of like, because I didn't mean, more or less, I was friends with a girl and I didn't really know that she liked me. Mm-hmm. And I just thought because I think pretty sure at the time I met her, she was dating somebody, and then I was interested in somebody, and just we were kind of like brought together from the circumstances. We were like, you know, we started hanging out, and like it wasn't like at a certain point she just kind of like made a move on me, but I didn't see it come.
Right.
But then almost kind of like what happened was someone started like hanging out and dating, and then all of a sudden I think it flipped back on me. Because I think she couldn't. Like, all of a sudden, it was like, but I was like, well, then I think I'm ready to have a relationship or like date or whatever. And then it basically was like, oh, nope.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was like because I think that's what was making her attracted to me. That I was so oblivious,
right,
to like that she liked me. You know, like that. Like I was just treating her just like a friend and totally not thinking of her as like like a dating option.
Okay.
Or whatever.
As a guy who has escaped the friend zone, my advice is that you already kind of have a way in. You guys are already tight. You know things about each other.
How did you escape the friend zone?
I basically went from oblivious to basically pushing my agenda of like, it went from being, oh man, I like you as just a friend, to like, oh man, you're pretty hot. You're pretty, well, I said it in a more classy way, but I made my intention known.
You threw it out there.
I threw it out there. Now,
but she already kind of, I'm like, but the thing, it's not totally the friend zone, because friend zone is like she's already thinking of you a certain way.
Oh, no. The word friend was dropped.
Well, I mean, like friend zone, normally what it implies is that like you've spent so much time being their friend.
Yep.
They only think of you as your friend.
Initially,
so then at that point, it's really hard to backtrack to romantic possibility. But I think this girl you're talking about, she already kind of maybe wanted to get on that Kev.
No. It was initial. It was friends, and then eventually
and it was friends with benefits.
No, it was just simply friends.
Then it was friends with Mustangs and
no. This was way before that era.
Oh.
Long story short, I escaped it through basically letting my intentions known. Mm-hmm. You know, like what do you call it? I don't know if you like. Here's the thing: when a friend tells a girlfriend that she's attractive, she's still gonna look at it as a friend thing. But you got to make your actual thing known. So I'm not saying you should vomit all your feelings out, but you got to be like, hey, listen.
Grand gesture.
I'm not saying even grand gesture.
I'm saying that. I'm saying that.
Well, okay,
I'm saying
fine. You do the Kirk way.
I'm
and
saying
do the grand.
You walk right up to her, pair of scissors, lop off that wristband, and say, I can't live in a world when I'm not deep inside of you.
Right.
That helps Gurf. Or I'm sorry, we're going to script the name again.
Gruff. Anyways,
Gruff, yes.
That's a little bit on the extreme end. I basically just say this, like, next time you hang out, next time you see this girl, just basically like listen, I know we have a great friendship, but the truth is, I like you more than just a friend. You know, just spit the positives and be like, listen, I kind of want to see where this goes. And, take it from there. And, dude, the ball at the end of the day...
Take it slow.
And at the end of the day, the ball is in her corner once you've done that. But, dude, trust me, if you really like this girl and you're in the friend zone with a fucking Raki on your wrist, then it's going to be a painful one. Because one day you might have to watch her get married and be her best man because you're her best friend. So, you could either do that or just fucking admit, that you actually like her and see what happens from there.
I think like this guy, he's got to make that play.
Yeah, you guys.
And like, there's no reason this guy can't make her wear what's the thing called again?
Raki.
There's no reason she can't wear the Raki and a wedding band as well.
Whoa. Okay,
because if she's the right one, she's your best friend for life, bro. Yeah. And that's what matters.
I guess yeah.
And if you look her deep in the eye and you tell her that, I think there's nothing that's going to keep her from loving you for eternity.
Okay. I don't want to. Okay, that's very.
I got
sweet. That's very fucking sweet. But at the same time, I don't want to blow smoke up his ass. The truth is,
we're going back and forth with that.
No.
I was just being silly when I said that. I meant it kind of.
I'm just saying the truth is when you escape the friend zone, when you attempt the escape of the friend zone, there's a very big chance that you might.
It's all or nothing.
You might lose that person forever.
Yeah, you might.
They may not be your friend anymore. They cannot be. Out.
that, or they might try whatever they can to force you back into that friend zone, and they want you to sit by while they're making out with their new person.
They're gonna cuck you.
They're gonna cuck you. So these are the options when you're in the friend zone. You either fucking make the big Hail Mary throw, and who knows, maybe you walk down that aisle with that person like Kirk imagines, or you fucking be a cuck. So Gaurav, you either gonna be a cuck or you're gonna be the cock. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's the other guy's podcast helpline.
Was there any other questions we had today? That was the last one.
That's one on me. Do you got one for you?
No, my other one was really depressing. I just thought it was interesting because I just read it like, oh, my sister died. Like, no one told me. I just thought that was kind of weird. I was like, that's going to be a weird story. And it was just kind of like depressing.
No, it's just in general, people are fucked.
No, I think it was like, in my head, I was like, 'cause there wasn't a timeline associated with that in that part of the question. So I was like, I wonder how long this person was dead before they told them.
4 days, but anyway.
It was 4 days, but I was like, what if it was like a really long time? Like
that can happen. Or
it was like we were like kids and they died and they're like, whatever happened to my sister? And they didn't tell them for so long. They're like, she went to go live in like Ireland or something, and then they're like, oh no, actually she died then. Sorry.
That can happen. Anyways, yeah, we helped up some people and their problems. This is the helpline. You think we did a good job tonight, Kirk?
I'd say no.
Okay.
But that's me being helpful, because then we'll get better if I say we need to improve.
Right.
And I think that's what the helpline's all about. It's not just about bettering the people out there. It's about bettering me and Kevin to being better at helping you. Helping us.
Helping you.
Helping us.
Helping you.
Helping, yeah.
Okay. That's the other guy's podcast. This was the helpline. Bye.
Bye.